welcome back, EvoPod listeners. Welcome back to another episode of EvoPod. I'm your host SK, and this is your.
And I'm your co-host Ruben.
We are going to talk about how to track your progress. Before that, there's new PM right in Malaysia. They announced today.
Yeah,
They announced today.
they announced already, confirmed already.
Confirm it. It's not exactly.
God dang, bro.
See lah how after this. We don't know what's going to happen.
Who's the PM now?
The PM is Islam Sabri. Yeah, Islam Sabri lah.
Where's already? Ayyo.
You know
Okay.
what? You know what that guy did last time, right?
Which one you talking about, bro?
The interview என்னமோ சீரா பேசுவாங்க
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
okay lah never mind lah. Hopefully they will allow a gym to operate soon lah. Hopefully lah.
Bro, for me, one thing enough, lah, bro. They make sure the cases go down means all good already.
Yeah, actually
Thing is, right, they for 1 month, for one entire month, they force full lockdown, right? And then
yeah,
they do high amounts of testing, cases will go up, but at least the spread of the virus will be cut down.
it can be controlled lah.
Mass testing. Yeah. If they do that means then cases will be controlled.
I don't think so anytime soon they're going to reduce lah. If I'm not mistaken, gym at least I think October lah, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure because even gym also they're going to allow us open on phase 3. We're still in phase 1.
Yeah.
Phase 2 they won't allow gym to operate.
இதுல என்னதான் தெரியல டைனிங் மட்டும் வான்னு சொல்றானுங்க. டைனிங் எதுக்கு?
You know clubs open? Clubs are
After
open.
this,
Yeah, clubs are open. I saw recently this Las Vegas club is open.
Swearing right now.
Right. Yeah, guys, if you are listening, try not to go out. Just even though the business are opening as usual for dining in and everything, don't try to go and dining in yourself and get infected. Try to minimize going out. Even though you are already vaccinated 2 times, you already got 2 doses, and even though you are finished like 14, 15 days, try not to go out.
Well, if you have parents like me, then you won't go out at all.
Yeah, actually, yeah. You have to prioritize your parents actually more than you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. How to track progress. One of the famous one I always do one is the weight scale that we normally do.
Yeah.
Yeah, every single the progress check we have like weight scale, we have Dexcom scan, we have this measuring tape, we have
The caliper.
caliper, the pictures, how you look mirror. Everything has its own.
Underwater one.
The underwater.
Yeah,
Oh,
underwater. They'll have you go underwater and check your buoyancy to actually see your weight, your mass, all that. But some new thing lah. It's not new actually. They've been doing it for quite a number of years.
Oh, okay, I never heard of it actually. Underwater is quite new lah, and also it's quite interesting actually how underwater.
It is actually.
Because
Very interesting.
maybe because of the buoyancy effect in under the water.
Yeah, buoyancy.
So it makes to track it quite easy.
But technically, I mean, well, this is by every means the only way to actually track as accurately as possible. If you gotta die, you gotta get a postmortem. get all your muscle, your fat, all individually weighed.
And then you weigh.
But then there is definitely no confirmed way of actually bringing you back to life.
Yeah,
you may want to think it again.
But I'm pretty sure there are pros and cons for every measuring tools. Like I say, it's a tool. Like you have a lot of things you can take consider. If let's take the common one now. if you take the common one, the weight scale one, if you cannot be scaling yourself at night sometimes or morning sometimes, you have to be consistent with the weighing scale.
Mm.
Like if you weigh at morning, the most efficient one for you to scale is with empty stomach, with the very least amount of clothes on yourself. You go washroom, you go
Once you've taken your
toilet,
dump
flushing.
and your
Yeah,
pee,
yeah. Early morning, you take the measurement. Even the placement, the kitchen, the weighing scale that we use.
Mhm.
So the tiles, right, on our house,
Yeah,
the tiles. So you have
yeah,
to be in the same spot. You have to use the same spot because the house are built sometimes. The tiles is not straight,
even.
not even. The
Yeah,
tiles are not even. So when the tiles is not even, you use in different places of the tiles. So the weight might be changed according to the pressure, because the pressure sometimes will be up, sometimes will be down. So you pressure yourself, and then the weight scale might not show the accuracy of the accuracy will won't be the same. So I suggest you use the same tiles on your house. So you see, there are a lot of variables that affects the weight scale.
I'm actually checking now. Is it the same space I actually weigh myself every time?
uh,
Right there,
so I normally use the same
right
time.
there.
Yeah. So like I used to do that also. I use a different place. I put the weighing scale in different places. So
Mm.
when you put it the same place, it makes the accuracy better. So the one is to improve the accuracy, lah, obviously.
Yeah,
Obviously, and even though the weight scale can change sometimes, if you look at yourself in the night, you might weigh yourself a lot more compared to the morning because of
yeah.
the
Definitely much heavier because you would have eaten more. You would
yeah
have, I mean, the fact is you would have eaten. The weight of the food itself will be weighing you down. You would have drank a lot of water. You would
the
have
water
drank some
content.
juices, whatever you want to drink.
Mm.
A lot of it.
Early morning is because easier because you have less water content on your body. You have like you are dehydrated already during your sleep, like 8 hours, 7 hours. You're already dehydrated, and
Not
then you
necessarily early morning. For some of you who actually sleep until late afternoon or evening, in fact,
yeah
it's whenever you after you sleep and wake up.
yeah the long hour after you sleep are like for those people who works at night shift, right? So if you want to work, if you want to weigh yourself after your night shift, you go back, you sleep, and then you get up. At that time you weigh yourself. That one is the
Yeah.
best option for you. You have, even though you might have this fluctuation in the weight actually, like the water content. Sometimes your body tend to hold more water during the day. Some of the weeks you felt stress. You might have consumed more salt in your food. So these kind of things can obviously affect your weight. That's why your weight fluctuates. Some people think that when you lose fat, your weight will go drop straight like that. Obviously, no.
There's so
Sometimes,
many variables that affect that.
yeah, sometimes you might be even surprised you can gain up to 1 kg, even though in your deficit. It's like sometimes it happens. You know, it is how the body
Depends on
works.
what food you're eating at that day as well. Just
Mm,
like one day, maybe eating low carbs, low days, low diet, and all that stuff.
yeah.
And you may be eating high protein, as most of you should know by now. Protein has a high thermic effect. You'll actually be burning a lot more during that day. And if you're doing the same activities throughout the day, the next day you're eating less protein, more high carbs, high fat, and all that stuff, eating more salt, you're going to hold a lot more water, you're going to hold a
Yeah.
lot more food. So if you're eating more fiber, in fact, it takes a
Yes.
longer time to
Longer time to
digest the fiber.
digest. Yes.
So you'll be actually
Sometimes the
holding
food
that for a
choices.
longer period of time.
Yeah, the food choices that you make, lah, obviously going to affect the weight that fluctuates. That's why whenever we want to lower down our calories, if we want to lower our calories, we take some time, like 2 weeks, so that we can be sure of the average weight loss that we see in the
Mm,
scale.
yeah.
So that's why we take some time for us to decide whether you want to reduce your calories or not, or you don't want to reduce your calories. So it's going to take some
When
time.
you know you'll actually when you know you actually have to reduce your calories is when the fluctuation is so minute. It'll probably be anywhere between like 100, 200 grams
Yeah.
or somewhere between just few hundred grams, anywhere between 1 to 300-400 grams.
Yeah.
You know already. But if you're still losing every week, high chances is you haven't actually reached that point where you need to reduce.
Yeah.
You
You
just
just
stay
have
there
to just
until
stay
you
there
actually
better.
maintain.
If you're not plateauing on the weight, that means you don't try to lower down more. Because some people tend to, oh, okay, I'm my weight is losing pretty fast, and then they'll be like lowering the calories, keep lowering the calories, keep lowering the calories. That's, I would say, I won't say it's wrong, but I would say it's unnecessary. You
And
want to save up your
you're
energy.
creating too big of a deficit.
Yeah,
You're
you want to save up your
consistently
energy actually.
creating a deficit.
You want to save up your energy for the future. Okay, if you already plateau, then you can go down. So that's what I suggest. Lah.
Calories, calories, you have to know, it's not just making you fat. Calories also help you with recovery.
Yeah.
You need enough calories to actually help you with recovery and muscle building. So if you're going to keep on going on a deficit, it's going to hurt your gains as well as you're not going to have enough time to recover. You're not going to have enough energy to recover.
You have to find I would say a good balance on both sides, lah. Deficit and recovery. Because when you're in deficit, you're obviously going to take some time for yourself, your body to recover, because you don't have enough nutrition for the body to recover. But that's why you're in a deficit. So that's when your body tends to use the fuel, your fat cell as a fuel for you to be active. So obviously you're going to be like in macronutrition. So you have to find a very good threshold, I would say. Yeah, I would say a very good place for you. Like you have good energy at the same time you are losing weight. Pretty good.
Hmm.
Other than
Just
that,
like
like
tracking,
yeah. Other than that, how you track? I like taking pictures. Pictures are pretty good, but obviously pictures also you
same
have to
lighting, same place,
same place, same
same
lighting.
everything.
Like
Try to
because
get
lighting, you might think that lighting doesn't affect how you decide, because when the lighting is good, you look good actually. That's why you look good in the gym more. After a good pump with a good lighting, you take pictures pretty good. After you come back home, and then you see yourself
Oh,
like,
by the way,
bro,
just because there are mirrors in the gym that we have good lighting and all that stuff doesn't mean you should spend an hour taking your pictures
pictures,
in front of the mirror. The mirror is actually used to help you imagine yourself while you're actually working out.
not to admire yourself.
Yeah, take your pictures. Just try to finish it within a certain period of time so that other people can work out in peace.
Have you been to your house after a gym pump, right? Go back house and then you look at your house mirror and then you look like, bro, do I really lift? Sometimes I'm like, okay, bro, do I have really muscle, or this is like just an illusion I create for myself? I
I
felt like
felt
that
that a
actually
lot
sometimes.
actually.
Yeah, I felt sometimes after finish gym, after clients and everyone, and then I come back home and then I look at my home mirror and then I see like, and then I feel like,
You know what's the
wow,
worst part? When you think of it in English, right, it doesn't sound that bad, But when you think of it in Tamil and you think, நான் தூக்குறேனா நான் ஏதாச்சும் ஜிம் அடிக்கிறேனா அந்த ஃபீலிங் இருக்க
because the power of lighting is like that. That's why sometimes we want to take pictures because the best lah, I would say the same place you take, same lighting, this the same principle applies after you take a dump early morning. That's the best picture with the least clothes you have. You take picture. That's the best time for you.
stomach ain't going to be bloated, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's
It's
why.
better to take a picture then.
So some of people who are lean, right, who are lean, they tend to say they look really good early morning, and then after some the end of the day, they feel like bloated. They don't see the abs that much. That's because of the water retention that we get throughout the day. That's normal. I think that's pretty much normal. That's why a lot of pictures that
Models
people
and all that
they
yeah,
dehydrate
models and all
themselves.
that they take
Yeah, that's why. Even though
up
the
early.
pictures, sometimes the picture that I take during my lean condition or fat condition, that's like with a good carb up, with a good pump, good lighting.
Mhm.
So all this stuff makes the picture really good. So if you've been lean, you know yourself. It's not entirely true what you see in the picture. Lighting, all this stuff affects a lot.
Takes a lot to actually see your abs
Yeah.
properly, your legs properly. I mean, most of your like your biceps and all that. When you flex like this, you see that boundary. But your
Yeah.
legs to get the
The definition,
proper look, the abs to get the proper look right, it just takes a lot,
lot. You have to shed a lot of fats there.
lot of time. It takes a lot of time. Even for posing, it takes a lot of time. You gotta flex everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, when you see people posing and they're flexing and all that, it may look extremely fine. They look like they're smiling, but inside them they'll be
The
thinking,
suffering.
when the shit can I be done with this?
It's like you can't wait. The only thing that you're going to think about throughout the lean period is like, I want food, I want food, I want food, I want food.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that they will going to think. But the amount of pressure that you go under is quite a lot. The more less fat you have, the more hungry you get.
Yeah. I mean that's
I
I think
I like this another measurement tools also, like measurement tapes. It is quite old school, but yeah, it helps. But you have to, like, let's say for fat loss, yes, I would say it's really a good measurement tool.
yeah.
So it's like you
You
take,
wouldn't want to use it for muscle building lah.
yeah, not muscle
Because you
building.
don't know how long it takes to actually build muscle. It takes a
Yeah.
long time to actually build muscle. So if you're
So
seeing an inch extra within a month,
mm,
it's probably not muscle.
muscle is might be a fat. Where you can take the measurement for, I think, your chest, your hip, your bust, your thighs, your calf, pretty much good enough already for. Because all these area is like, obviously you accumulate fats quite a lot. So it's quite this one will help you to get motivated. Sometimes you drop in 1 inch and means you're losing fat. Okay, that's good. But doesn't mean that you don't lose an inch. Doesn't mean you don't lose fat. Because sometimes you will lose in some other places. Yeah, arms also is a good place for you to look at if you're losing fat actually. Some of the clients, they say like their weight don't drop. I've seen like the weight or drop, the weight won't drop, but their inches will be dropping frequently. Like they say, my weight is not changing, but I measure my hip, all this stuff, but the inches are dropping quite a lot. A lot of our clients also are, like, told this actually a lot
Yeah,
of times. Yeah. Most of the time they will. Most of the time they will say my weight is not dropping, but I look better in the mirror.
you, a lot of people have. I mean, everyone needs to understand that every genetic is different. Everyone holds fat in different places. Everyone loses fat faster in different places. Everyone
Hmm.
gains muscle in different places.
Hmm.
So to say that, okay, for me personally, I gain a lot of fat in my lower belly as well as my glutes, I mean my bum and my thighs. So if I was going to lose fat, right? But if I'm losing my fat, the first place that actually loses first is my chest, and
Ah.
then my lower belly, then my thighs, then only my glutes. So
You
if I
can
was losing
literally
fat, if I was getting cleaner,
you
huh?
can literally see the pattern, like
Yeah,
when you gain weight also the same, and you lose weight also the same. You can see
yes.
the pattern when you see, like, most of the people, the lower belly, the stomach part will be the last place to lose actually.
Hmm.
I've seen a lot of
Well,
people, myself also same.
so when you're actually taking, like when you're taking pictures and when you're taking notes or measuring, right? Say because my thighs and my glutes will be the last places that I lose fat. What I do is I don't care about the rest of my body. If I can see my legs properly, if I can see my glutes properly, then I know that I'm getting low in my weight. Then I know I'm cutting down my body fat percentage because I have been leaner, I have been chubbier, so I know. I mean, I'm even chubby now. But the thing is, I know where I'm losing my fat and where I'm gaining my fat faster and all that stuff. So I keep track of it. That's how I know whether I'm actually losing properly, whether I'm gaining properly, stuff like that.
That's pretty
So
easy
for
for
you need time.
yeah. Obviously, you like it's a sense of motivation. I would say you look forward that you are going to lose the last place that you're losing. So you'll put
Yeah.
effort, you put effort, or until you lose there, and then you're losing there. Oh, that's good, that's good. I'm losing fat, I'm losing
I
fat.
swear, bro, when I was lean, right? When I was lean, I used to look at my legs every freaking day
Because the
just to see
separation,
okay, my quad separation is there. Oh my god, the feel was just yes.
the separation is the motivation for those who want to get lean actually.
And the leaders I was also was what 10%, and somewhere around 10, 9 only.
Mm,
And the fact that I could see my legs, I could see my glutes, good enough.
good enough.
I mean, of course, next time I'll go leaner lah.
Glute is the hardest part to get lean actually. To see the
Very.
styration, very hard. So, yeah.
You cannot. I couldn't see my stylish, but I did see that my glute dropped, lah, as in like the fat content dropped.
Mm. I like that. That's why I like the part where like the measurement tape. I wouldn't suggest for the muscle building. Obviously, if you want to track the progress for muscle building, right? The only way to track the muscle building progress is like you get stronger on the lifts. Like you can do more reps on particular workout. You're getting stronger. Basically, that's the only tracking device that we have to build muscle. Actually, other than that, no. I mean, visually, yes, you can see a little bit not that much of if you have high body fat percentage, that one is quite hard for you to see building muscle. The
And
getting stronger part
the
is
body
the
fat, the body fat testing like DEXA scans and all that, right? They aren't they aren't as accurate as you think they would be.
yeah,
But if you
yeah.
want to follow them, then stick to one. Don't like shift from the handheld ones to the DEXA scans to this to that. Don't shift continuously because everyone has a error percentage and
It will be
it may
different.
not be the same.
Even the time of the people. If let's say, if you really, you should be consistent with your diet, your water intake, your salt intake. If
Hmm.
you're going for the DEXA scan also, because this one all will affect the muscle mass, water content, the body fat
Yeah.
percentage that it shows in the DEXA scan. Obviously, like like Ruben said, stick to one. Don't like hop on to different kind of DEXA scan. Is going to definitely will change how you the amount of body fat percentage you see. But for people who knows their body, like years of training, and then you can definitely like guess yourself you're at this kind of body fat percentage. For myself, I always keep myself around 15% to 18%. If I go above like 22%, I'll use back the body fat percentage until like 13 or 14%, then I'll increase back again. So that's how I play with my body fat percentage. I for myself, like like a lot of people know that I'm not a person really into abs. I'm more a person of building aesthetically, improving all kind of muscle mass. I'm not like really like I want abs, I want abs. No, if I want abs, I will be having abs throughout the day and starving myself throughout the year, so which I don't
That is
want.
difficult. That is bullshit. I don't know why people have abs all the damn time. Unless you're genetically gifted to actually have abs all the
Abs,
damn time.
yeah. Like you want to have abs. Obviously, you can have. Like no one is judging you. It's just that don't
Yeah.
ask. Don't put. Don't tell that people who don't have abs. You're not active. No, not exactly like that actually.
Like you're going to gym, right?
Yeah.
Going
Why
to
don't
gym.
you have? Where is
Why
your
you don't
abs,
have
lah?
abs, huh?
Sorry.
Why you don't have abs, huh?
You going gym for
Oh,
years.
what abs, lah?
You're going gym for years, but you don't have abs. What are you doing, bro? Bro, you sure you're doing correctly? Yeah. What kind of
Sir,
question is
you
this,
don't do
lah?
ab exercises, huh?
Uh, what kind of question is that? Sometimes like people keep telling that, keeping that, but they themselves don't do that, don't do anything at all. But they like to content, they stay behind their laptops or phones, keyboards, just comment on people's posts like that. Don't lah, please don't.
The
We-
worst is family, right? They'll be like,
that's the
oh,
worst behavior that
see,
you can have. Yeah.
you see, I mean, you're working out so much. Why you still like this? Why you're not losing weight? Why? Sorry. Yeah, Naruto all the way, lah.
Naruto.
Okay.
So for me, but Dragon
They'll
Ball.
be, they'll legit actually ask you, you're working out what 3-4 years already now? Why you still don't have abs? When I had abs, you didn't come and see.
Now you're
Then
asking.
what's wrong? I
I
had abs.
I
I
cannot
didn't
be
want the abs after that already.
I cannot
That's
be
why I
like
don't want.
showing. I cannot be like calling you. Hey, I have apps now. You want to see? Yeah, you've been asking for a long time. I cannot be calling every single person in the world and then tell that no. Want to see me with the abs? Go and see in Instagram lah. Why you want to ask me again and again? How many years you going to gym? You don't have abs. You don't have abs. Like people who not in generally people who try to lose fat also. Like if people like say you go for months, you don't have any result or anything. No, I would say you have the habit for you. You are building the habit for yourself.
Hmm.
It might not show the effect now. Maybe 1 or 2 months or 3 months, it might show, but eventually you will see the result. Just be patient and then ignore all these people who, because those people who say you don't have apps or you don't do anything at all or blah 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 stuff, they don't do anything for themselves. They're just sitting in front of the TV, just binge eating with their potato chips, and then they're eating. So they're not doing anything else. They just watch Netflix throughout the day. So that's all. They're not doing anything else.
Not to
You
say
are at
potato
least doing
chips is
something.
bad. Not to say potato chips is actually bad. You can still
Yeah.
eat potato chips. Just don't overdo on it, please.
Overdo anything. No, I'm saying that people are who commenting on people who are trying to do something.
Yeah.
They always want to bring someone else. They want like just ignore
Everyone
them.
has their own goal. Everyone has
Yeah.
their own goal.
Just because
For
they go
us,
into gym,
ours is
yeah,
performance.
yeah. Just because they
Ours
go
is
into gym,
daily.
just because they want going to gym, they're not expecting abs on their stomach. No. Some people just want to live a better lifestyle, and some people just want to improve their fitness level. Some people just want to get stronger. There are tons of purpose to go to the gym, not only to get abs. Okay, you have to understand that. If people come and say to you, just tell them this, it's none of your business. I'm getting abs or not, it's none of your business. I'm doing it for
Bro,
myself. I'm not doing for you.
personality. The thing is, right? Remember the time where I came and asked you, no, my chest too big, bro. And then you said, your chest too big? What? Your chest is okay only, man. Then I was like, bro, a lot of people telling me my chest is big, bro. How can I reduce it? Then he was like, why are you listening to everyone telling you? Even
Yeah,
if Mr. Olympia, even if Arnold Schwarzenegger came and stood in front of them, they'd still say something is wrong with you.
lah, obviously lah.
So why are you listening to them?
Even the most perfectly built man stand or perfectly built woman stand anywhere, there will be people come and say something bad about them. They won't accept that they are perfect. No, they won't. Nobody will accept that.
Yeah.
Somehow people going to tell you that, oh no, his eyes is like this, oh his bicep is quite small for his compared to his chest or blah blah blah. They will have something to tell. So don't listen. Simple.
Bloody hell, I would be happy to look like an ape because apes are freaking strong.
Gorilla. Sometimes gorilla looks better. Lah.
Long hand,
Long
short legs,
sand, short
no
legs,
problem.
no
I could
problem.
still punch your face in.
There's some people they say like the gorilla don't eat protein that much, but he has his like you said a very built-in body. But gorilla is vegan, right?
Yeah.
Vegan,
Not
obviously.
damn.
Since when monkeys eat
Wait,
meats, lah?
not monkeys, but I thought gorilla was actually omnivorous.
No lah. Gorilla eat
Serious, herbivores,
yeah.
herbivores.
And then I say that's gorilla. That's the reason why it's gorilla. We are humans. You're going to compare yourself with gorilla. Then they ask, oh, how come gorilla don't eat meat? But obviously you can build muscle on the weekend. So I'm not saying anything about that. Just that you don't compare.
But the thing is,
Don't compare yourself with animal lah. Why you want to compare yourself with animal?
even if you do, why? Why though? Let the gorilla eat what it wants, just like how you're eating.
Simple as
I
that.
mean, even you could even build muscle eating poop, lah. But the thing is, do you want to eat poop and build muscle?
Still have protein in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So The measurement, that's all for measurements actually. Not that there's not a lot of measurement that you can do. One thing I can say is you take all these measurements and then you decide on to reduce. The main thing that you measure yourself to do this is whether you want to reduce your carries or not. What you want to do on the program. So if you don't change anything, you are not looking. If you're not changing anything, that means okay, you have to manipulate anything, something else. It's either you spend more time on your workout or you reduce your calories. So to decide this, you track weights, circumferences, all these pictures, everything. Take all these in count and then make a decision. Don't take like only weight and then make decision. I wouldn't suggest that. Take all these and then take your decision. Yeah.
And yeah, if you're losing weight, then you can take it every week. As in, like, if you're extremely big and you're losing, you can take it every week and you will actually see difference. But if you're already like generally more towards healthy weight and you're
Mm.
actually just trying to build muscle, you can take it every month and you'd still see very minute differences because muscle building is very,
Takes
very
time.
a long term thing.
Yeah.
It takes a long time.
Yeah.
The methods of measuring, be consistent with it. Don't keep hopping from one thing to the other because not everything is accurate, and in fact, nothing is accurate. You're just basically giving it a chance to. I mean, you're actually taking it slow, like you're being consistent with it, so the differences would actually be minute. But if you're
Yeah.
hopping from one thing to the other, differences will look extremely big, and you'll be lying to yourself most of the time. So
True. So that's all for today's episode. We're gonna have a lot of work to do actually. It's quite busy. Yeah.
suddenly got busy, really.
So yeah, so signing off, EvoPod SK.
Hey, Ruben.
See you guys soon.
Level.